Okay, so E3 just came and went just like that, and we didn't really have time to, think and talk about what happened. And so this is, I guess, my take on E3. And I'm not some next level press, media, or anything. Just literally your average person who just wants to buy the collector's edition of every single game, but can't because, man's not loaded. So, yeah, so let's just get into it. So EA, I don't really care about EA because sports, and I don't really care about sports. So they already kind of lost me there. But it was nice to see Sea of Solitude. It's like a new, their new Unravel. I think that's what it's called, with like Yarny and stuff like that. I know Unravel 2 came out, but still seeing a different indie type of game that EA is making it's refreshing. It's nice to see that. Battlefield 5, I don't really care for Battlefield. I don't think I'm going to pick it up this year, because to me at least it looks like a reskin of last year's Battlefield, or Battlefield 1. I don't know if that was last year, but I just don't see myself picking that up. And they said it was like a battle royale, I'm pretty sure. I don't really care about it anymore. Respawn's Star Wars game that they were talking about with Vince Zampella, when he was talking like they're making something with that IP. That's interesting, but I really, really wanted to see another Titanfall game or something along those lines, maybe like a futuristic Battlefield, like really, really futuristic, like Titanfall. But Respawn doesn't really screw up much, so I'm excited to see that. And Anthem, this game actually looks surprisingly cool, interesting, fun. I want to play this. I want to try it out. But it's EA, and I know they have a reputation for not being good after release, especially on Battlefront and Star Wars and stuff like that. But they said no loot boxes whatsoever. But I really hope they stick to just the purchasable cosmetics. That's it. And now Xbox. Xbox was, I think, my opinion, the best conference. And this is coming from a guy who does not have an Xbox. I have a PlayStation 4, I have a Switch, and I have a PC, and I have a Mac. I don't know, you can't play anything on there, but I still have it. So I genuinely thought Xbox did the best press conference when they just showed game after game after game, and it was just a fun, good time. And you would see like some gameplay. They showed Gears gameplay too, which was surprising considering it just got announced. But yeah, so Gears I'm looking forward to. I haven't played any of them, but it's a nice IP to just watch and see, and all the creative like goriness and all that. I want to see how they make like an intricate, intimate storyline in Gears, being such a brutal game. And Halo Infinite, obviously, I've played 2, 3, I played Reach, but other than that I haven't played the rest. I played some 5 multiplayer, but Infinite looks like it's going back to 3 and Reach kind of stuff, which is good to see that. I'm excited to see where they go from there. And Jump Force, I know that's a game that many people are excited for, but also many people don't really care about. I'm on the side of where it's like, I want to play as the Dragon Ball Z characters, but I don't really care about Naruto or Death Note and all that stuff. But it would be cool to see how they all coincide and become a team together. I want to see that, and I want it to be the new kind of Mortal Kombat, where it's really brutal, cool stuff going on, side-scrolling fighter. That's what I want. And Cyberpunk, I thought that was a really cool introduction, how to put it in, where it's Phil Spencer's talking and then you just hacked and all that, and I was like, whoa, shoot, okay, this is actually kind of cool. And then it's Project Red, you know what I mean? Now, I don't know too much about Cyberpunk at all. I've only heard of it now, actually. Never heard of it before. So when everyone on the internet's hyping up about it, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's good, I guess. I mean, I'm sure, right? Yeah. It looks cool. It looks like a really, really futuristic GTA, which I'm all down for. And I really hope that it's not Xbox exclusive. That would suck. I think they make The Witcher, CD Projekt Red, the guys who are making Cyberpunk. I didn't play The Witcher. It's not a game for me, I'd say. I'm not too big on fantasy stuff, but that's just me. So I'm excited to see where it goes, and I like sci-fi there. So Bethesda's, they had a decent lot. I really don't care about Fallout. I know that's a very unpopular opinion, but some people are like me, don't really care. Doom Eternal was amazing to see. I'm so excited to see that. I picked up Doom on the Switch because, like, you know, I'm desperate like that. Love it. Keep playing multiplayer, but no one's ever online, so I can never actually play it. Wolfenstein, I think, is Young Blood. Now, I've only played Wolfenstein like on the demos and stuff, but if they come out with like a Wolfenstein collection kind of thing, where it's all three of them together, yo, I think I have to buy that, because it looks so nice and looks so fun and explosive to play, but it's just actually getting around to playing it has been a problem for me, because it's all these other games that come out, like I'm drawing a blank, but you know, there's all these other games that come out. I think if they come out with a bundle of all three of them together, that would be good. I think I'd buy that. So Ubisoft, as usual, they have to plug in Just Dance. I don't understand why they do it all the time, because we know what it is. We know what it looks like. It's just new songs, which I'm fine with. I buy Just Dance. It's a fun game, fun party game, right? But they really don't have to put it in their presentation. I'm excited for Division 2. That game looks incredible. I mean, it always looks incredible, but mechanically it's sound, and I think this time they're actually going to be putting in a nice rewarding system. They said at the end game there's going to be 3 separate trees, and that you could pick one tree, pick another, and it has vast differences and similarities, little similarities. That's what I'm excited to see. It's like there's more to do in the end game. I never actually played it to the end game. I actually only just played the betas and the alphas that came out. Never picked up Division 1 because I had Destiny, and I was like, it's another Destiny game, and I don't really care about it that much. I got close to picking it up because it just looked amazing, and it felt really fun to play, satisfying to shoot, run around. The cover system was nice. So that's what they did, I feel like. In Division 1, they focused on their mechanics and gameplay, and then in number 2, they're really banking on having a nice progression system, which I'm glad to see, and I think I might pick that up. Beyond Good and Evil 2, see, I'm also in that generation of I don't actually know what Beyond Good and Evil was, so I don't understand the hype. But what I'm really excited for is the thing with Joseph Gordon-Levitt, the hit record thing. That is awesome. People are going to be making content for the game through this platform. That, I was like, when I saw that, my jaw dropped, because that makes me so excited for the future of like the industry, because like regular content creators, like artists and music producers and stuff like that, they can get in on making games, and that just makes everything so accessible for everybody, which is just where the industry needs to go. My last thing for Ubisoft is Skull and Bones. That game just looks awesome, and I wanted a release date, and I wanted it this year, but you already know I'm signed up for that beta, and if they allow for it to be recorded, I'm definitely gonna put some gameplay up, because like I love Black Flag's ship battles and stuff, so I'm really excited to see this. And playing with your friends, that's exactly what I wanted. Like all of us on our ships, and then we like destroy a frigate. That's great. I just want that. Now PlayStation, I was really kind of disappointed with PlayStation's conference this year. They were doing some like next thing where they have to go walk from one place to another. That's just a lot of like dead air for people watching at home, and there's much more people watching at home than there are actually at the conference. So I feel like they should cater to that, but I feel like they wanted to make people who were there feel exclusive and be like, yeah, you guys showed up, so we're gonna give you an experience, you know what I mean? And the dude playing the instrument thing, yeah, it was cool. He was playing it really well. And Gustavo Santaola, I think that's his name, Last of Us composer, playing the banjo. Yeah, it's cool, but okay, show us some gameplay, you know what I mean? Which they did, and I was glad. Last of Us gameplay looked really, really good. As always, they're always setting the bar to another level, which is just a trademark thing Naughty Dog does. I was just disappointed to see no Joel, because he was the entire basis of the first game, and I was like, yo, what's good? Didn't show anything. And then that mystery character in the previous press conference, or the Game Awards, I'm not sure, the 2 kids and the woman who was like hung from the legs from that trailer, I really wanted to see that too, explore that story. I guess they just focused it on Ellie and her relationships and all that, And I really hope the game is not based around her relationship with the other woman, her girlfriend. That to me doesn't hit hard. It doesn't make a big story, just like romance and stuff. But other than that, Control from Remedy Games. I always wanted to buy an Xbox and play Quantum Break. Now I don't need to because I'm gonna get Control. This is 100% I'm buying this game. It looks so fun. Telekinetic powers with a gun that looks insane and transforms, and just a shifting environment, linear story. I want that. I haven't had that in a while. I want that. Resident Evil, so glad to see they're using the Biohazard engine. I've never really gotten into Resident Evils before Biohazard. I think I'm definitely gonna try this out. And they said it's really lethal, like all the zombies and stuff. I'm excited to give myself a challenge, so maybe pick that up. Ghost of Tsushima, the gameplay looks, as always, Sucker Punch delivers on the best particle effects and all that stuff. This was no exception. This game just looks phenomenal. It turns out what we saw in the E3 thing was just a side mission, so like, yo, there's a lot to do in this game. Instead of it just being on the ground, I like the verticality with the grappling hook thing. So there's a lot of possibilities there, which I'm excited to explore. These guys just know what they're doing with making a game. Now, Spider-Man. This I'm so happy to see come out this year too. That's the best part, is that it's coming out this year. I was disappointed though with what they showed. The gameplay looks amazing. We know that. And this like traversals and all that, awesome. I'm so happy to see that. But they showed all the villains, which I really wanted to be surprised about that. I wanted to like play it, have my friend play it, and we text each other later and be like, yo, did you reach this villain? Or like one of us would be like, yo, watch out for this villain who's gonna come in there. And then you'd be like, oh shoot, there's gonna be some next level guy. Now I know that they're all gonna be there and they're all set loose in the city. It's a good thing that they left the last villain a surprise, because he's like the main boss most likely. For PlayStation, it was just Death Stranding. That's what stood out to me the most. If you've seen the other video that I made that I solved it, I'm really excited to see, because this is not just gonna be your typical third person action shooter, all that stuff. This is gonna be like a game that's like cross-generational. It's about like literally helping people, which is like amazing. This is like a humanitarian type of game. It feels like. Really excited to see what and how and when I can play this. Now, last but not least, Nintendo Smash looks phenomenal as usual. I'm so excited. 66 characters plus however many more they're gonna add is great. I can't wait to play it. There's not really much to be said. That's about it. Super Mario Party took too long. You have to come out like now. I think it's coming out in October, so it's a distance away, but I'll take it. It's fine. I'd like it to be coming out sooner, but you know, that's fine. Overcooked. I loved Overcooked number 1. I'm still playing it now with my friends. Overcooked number 2 is just, I'm happy to see that the developer's getting some money for their game. Look forward to seeing more things from them. So that pretty much covers what we saw at E3. Now these are just a couple things that I wish we saw, and I'm hoping to see more from. Okay, so Splinter Cell. They had the Ghost Recon expansion and the free weekend and all that stuff. Now, I never really played too many Splinter Cells in the PS2 era, but I really wanted them to come out with a new Splinter Cell, being, you know, the last stealth shooter. The fact that Ubisoft didn't is kind of disappointing, so hopefully next year we'll see something there. Guerrilla Games, okay, the guys who made Killzone, I really wanted to see something from them. They made Horizon as well. I need something from them. They made the Decima engine, which is powering for Death Stranding. You can really do something with that. And I don't think they're all working with Kojima. I think they're still working with something under wraps. I would have liked to see like a surprise type of thing with them coming for this E3, because this PlayStation's E3 was all stuff we knew. But if we saw something from them, yo, that would blow my mind. And last but not least, Campo Santo, the guys, like the elite devs, I don't know where they all came from, but they made a Firewatch. Played that, loved it. It was just a really compelling experience. Even though it was all free roam, they cleverly designed the gameplay so everything, you explored the entire map, but in a linear fashion. And they like closed off areas, and you couldn't really, you were just so sucked into what dialogue and story and everything that you didn't really want to explore, but you ended up exploring everything anyways. So the game design there is just phenomenal, I think. So they announced something to do with like Egypt. I forgot the name. It's escaping me right now, but I want to see what they're coming up with. Okay, so that's it for me. That's all I have to say about E3 2018, and hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, okay, drive safe.